Have you ever wondered why so many Californians are no longer California dreaming and packing up their bags and heading to Texas to call their new home? Stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 reasons why Californians are moving to Texas. Now, full disclosure, I absolutely love California, and my boyfriend is actually from the Bay Area, so I've spent a lot of time there. California's got beautiful beaches, great weather, scenic mountain views that you can't find in Texas, and legendary vineyards, but those home prices are so high, which leads me into reason number 1, housing. So Texas homes are about 59% less expensive than California, while also providing about 14% more space. The median home price in Silicon Valley is about 72% higher than Dallas County. Also, a study showed that in Collin County, another area in North Dallas, the homes are about 1,000 feet bigger in square footage than a home in Santa Clara County. So between lower home prices and bigger homes, Californians definitely get more bang for their buck by moving to Texas. So reason number 2 is Texas's consistent growing economy. So Texas grew by nearly 16% in the last decade, according to the 2020 census data, bringing in about 4 million new residents to the Lone Star State. Texas also is just behind Utah and Idaho as the 3rd biggest population growth in the United States. Among the Texans are hundreds and thousands of arrivals from California as well as other states. And the data doesn't even include those that actually relocated to Texas because of the pandemic. So about 80,000 Californians are moving to Texas each year, and they are headed mostly to Dallas-Fort Worth, Austin, and the Houston areas. So reason number 3 why Californians are moving to Texas are just overall cost of living expenses. Of course, they tend to be a little bit more expensive in California for things like gas, food, and even daycare. So right now, for a tank of gas on average in California, you're going to pay roughly about $4.67, while here in Texas, the average tank of gas costs roughly about $2.90. The overall cost of living is just lower in Texas, so you're spending less on things like entertainment, dining out, pet care, and more. And according to bestplacestolive.com, on an index of 100, the Dallas cost of living is roughly about 101, and California was 176.2. For food and groceries, the Texas index was about 99.1, while California is roughly about 104.1. And finally, the housing index is at 92.9 in Texas and 298.2% in California. So a huge difference between housing in Texas. So reason number 4 for Californians moving to Texas is the rise in remote work. So remote work has actually been on the rise, but it increased considerably because of the pandemic. We were all kind of forced to shift and pivot and figure out how to work from home for those of us who could and were not considered essential. And for some of us, it's been almost 2 years and we figured out how to work from home and work from home effectively. So for many workers, they've realized that they can continue to grow their careers even while living hundreds of miles away. This allows Californians to live in a lower cost of living area, but with the ability to maintain their current salaries. So reason number 5 for Californians moving to Texas are actually the lower taxes. And I've talked about this in one of my other videos, but Californians moving to Texas can expect to pay a lower tax rate for state, local, and sales tax. So Californians pay approximately 13.3% in state income tax, while Texas has no income tax. Californians pay on average about 7.25% in local taxes, while Texans pay about 6.25%. And for sales tax, Californians pay about 10%, while Texans pay about 8.25%. There is an exception, though, when it comes to taxes being lower in Texas, when it comes to property taxes. So Californians pay on average about 0.72% for property taxes, while here in Texas, we're going to pay on average about 1.9%. But because home prices are so much cheaper here in Texas, the dollar amount that you end up paying in property taxes actually can still come out cheap. Overall, Californians pay about 10.3% of their income to state and local taxes, and in Texas, it's about 8.7%. So businesses also benefit. Texas has no corporate income tax, and in California, the income tax for businesses is actually 8.84%. So some California-based companies have also moved their headquarters to Texas, including companies like Oracle, Hewlett-Packard, and even Tesla. So those are what I believe the top 5 reasons why Californians are packing their bags and moving to Texas. So if you moved from California recently to Texas or considering a move in the future, comment down below what your reasons are. I would love to hear them. Also, if you are from California and you've been thinking about moving to Texas, check out this video here where I talk about the pros and cons of living in Dallas. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.